Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to Coffee Break with Tarot by Laura. My name is Laura Gonzalez, and I love to welcome you today to our coffee break. Taking a little break on the afternoon today to learn the tarot, to learn the card of the day. For those of you who might not know, I have been reading the tarot for a little over 30 years, and I have been teaching, I don't know, like 10 years maybe. I do teach private sessions, in case you don't know. It's on my website, but I almost never mention it. I teach a private um, course on the tarot, and it is not an 8-hour thing. It's a 5-month course. It's a 40-hour course on tarot. So if you're ever interested on learning from me, you can inquire and you can subscribe to the 5-month class. It's a one-on-one class, by the way. I don't have group classes for the tarot. I think has to be learned one-on-one. So today we're going to do learning the card of the day, and I have the Rider-Waite-Smith deck with me. I think the Rider-Waite-Smith is absolutely the most important deck in this day and age to learn the tarot, and so that's what I use. That's how I teach. um and today we're gonna pick a card for the weekend, and we're gonna learn how to interpret that card. We've been doing these videos of the coffee break for a little bit over a year, like a year and a half, and about 6 months ago we switched to learning a card every week. So I trust my memory, and if it is a repeated card, then we will pull a second card to make sure that we are teaching a different card every week. All right, so I think I shuffled enough times. How's everybody doing? Leave me comments so I know who you are, please. All right, let's see which card we have for today. Oh, lo and behold, we do have the World. We have the last of the major arcana, and the World is a very beautiful card. I'm I'm really in awe that we have the World today, because a lot of the COVID-19 coronavirus stay-at-home orders end today in a lot of states. And it's funny, it's not funny, it really makes sense. It's very syncretic that we get the World. The way I will interpret the World is you're ready to go out in the world, you're ready to socialize, you're ready to travel. And of course, I don't know if this is more of a literal meaning, but here's the kicker. No card on the tarot can be interpreted literally. So, of course, it's more about the mysticism and the meaning of the symbology, right? So if this is not about a physical traveling or physical going out in the world and being social, it might be talking about an emotional part of us where we are integrated as humans. We have understood ourselves, we have integrity, and we are ready to communicate. We are ready to have relationships with other folks in the world. The card um, shows a person that is naked, and well, it has they're wearing a little bit of a sash or a scarf or something. And nakedness represents vulnerability, but it also represents um, truthfulness, honesty. So that's why, for example, the lovers are also naked, because they're talking about vulnerability and honesty. Like, what you see is what you get. Literally, there's no way to hide behind the clothing. Then you have the four animals on the corners, and those four animals represent um, the seasons, kind of like the cycles of life, the seasons, how everything repeats kind of on the way of a spiral. But it's not necessarily that you go back to the same place, but you kind of revisit something with new knowledge and then go back into the new cycle. Precisely like the seasons on the year, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And then the laurel leaves that surround this person, that wreath, that um, it forms like a barrier, it's a wreath, it's laurel, so laurel signifies triumph and success, but also that circle reminds us of the circle on the card of the Fool. The world being the last of the major arcana, it's like the revolving door that is going back to the beginning and is going back to the Fool. And if you ever saw the card of the Fool, I'll see if I can find it quickly. The Fool is represented by the number 0, and is of course the beginning of the cycle, the beginning of the hero's journey. So this card of the world having that wreath, the laurel wreath there, it is a call to the Fool. It is a call of like, oh, guess what? We end this cycle, but we are going to begin a new one, and that's why um, that laurel wreath reminds us of the Fool, the 0, the kind of readjusting of beginning, and it's kind of like resetting and going back to the beginning. I guess the Fool is gonna be right here. So the Fool has the number 0 here, of course, on top, and it's supposed to be this. So think about with your imagination a cycle that ends, and then you zoom out, and all you can see is the 0, and the next image that appear is the Fool. The card of the world talks about individuation, the person that has understood themselves and they're not depending on other people's validation to be themselves. This is a person that has gone through a lot of trials and tribulations and has come out um, successfully on the other side. I'm very optimistic to have the card of the world today, as we are about to end the month, as the United States is moving forward with some precautions, we hope, to reopen, and not to be too romanticizing things or too cliche-ish. But I think the card of the world today, it is indeed a positive message of individuation, and I think today, particularly with the times that we're living, it is a good card, a good sign of things starting to evolve. Whether we see it on the macro, on the global aspect of how the world is dealing with this pandemic situation and etc. Politics, of course. I'm not blind, I'm not deaf. We need justice for people, especially Black Lives Matter and all that. But um, it gives me hope and optimism to have the world, because it's a card that um, it brings that message of, okay, so this level ends here, and then we're gonna start seeing new things. There you have it, folks. I have to say bye to Instagram TV, or otherwise I cannot pull up the video. See you Monday. And thank you to all the folks that are following here on Facebook Live. Thank you for watching and supporting. I hope um, that, like I say, on the global, the world means good things, but on your personal level, you as a person get in the world. It's a very good sign that cycles or challenges that you have been going through are going to end soon. So I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. Wait to see you Monday for the reading of the week. And never forget that you are loved. Bye bye.